Hi there, welcome to my channel mathssl. Question 4. This is the last question, 4.1. In the diagram, ABCD is a parallelogram with B angle AD is equal to 1 of 104 degree. So this is a parallelogram and angle A is 104 degree. So the and C angle BD is equal to 46 degree. CBD. So this angle is 46 degree. So the first question is determine with reason a value of x. So we need to find the value of x. The second question say angle D1. So we need to find this angle. So this angle D1. We need to find this angle as well. I'll show you how to solve this question. Now this question angle x is easy to find. Why? Because angle C is a split in two. X plus x gonna be 2x. So I'm gonna use opposite angle of parallelogram. So this angle is gonna be equal to this angle. So 2x is gonna be equal to 104 degree. Why? Because opposite angle of parallelogram. There I can solve. I'm gonna solve the value of x because opposite angles of parallelogram they are equal, right? So first question, 2x is gonna be equal to 104 degree. Y opposite angle of, must give the reason, opposite angles of parallelogram of parallelo, and then you just write the m word, which means parallelogram, right? Now solve for x here. Now both sides you divide by 2. The x gonna be a 104 degree divided by 2. So answer gonna be a 52 degree. So this is my answer. The value of x is 52 degree. So we got now x value 52 degree. 52 plus 52 is gonna be 104 because opposite angles of parallelogram they are equal. Now to find angle D1 easy now because 104, must remember this is a parallelogram, so which means, so this side is parallel to this side. The all four sides they are parallel to each other. So now you can see these two lines are parallel. So the angle 104 and plus angle D1 and D2, that's gonna be equal to 180 degree co-interior angle. Now, but we need D2. Then I can use co-interior angle because I don't have the value. D1 I need to find, but the D2 I need. Now must remember in parallelogram, so AD is a parallel to BC. Must remember. So now this angle CBD is 46 degree. So this is gonna be alternative angle, also gonna be a 46 degree alternative angle. Now I can use D1. We need to find out D1. Must remember the question says find the D1. So now D1 plus 46 degree plus 104 degree is co-interior angle is equal to 180 degree. So then we can find the D1. So our question here must find the D1. So the angle D2 we need to find first. That's gonna be equal to 46 degree. While alternative angles and the AD parallel to BC. Just remember using the second line. See there? AD parallel to BC. That's why this is a alternative angle. Angle D2 46 degree. Now 46 degree plus D1 plus 104 is going to be co-interior angle because these two lines are parallel. So we're using these two angles, co-interior angle equal to 180 degree. Then we find the D1. So it's going to be a angle D1 plus this 46 degree plus 104 degree is equal to 180 degree. The reason co-interior angle co-interior angles. Now this time you're using two lines parallel, which is AB and the DC. So the AB parallel to CD or DC, same thing. Remember this one you're using now. AB parallel to DC. Why? Because this angle touching the this AB, and this one is both angle touching the DC. Now, so this is gonna be now we add. So it's gonna be angle D1 plus 150 degree is equal to 180 degree. Solve for D1 here, 180 degree, and positive 150. When I switch over this side become negative 150. Therefore angle D1 is going to be equal to 30 degree. That's my final answer. 4.2, the question says in triangle ABC below, ABC is a main triangle, DE parallel to BC, DE parallel to BC. Show what the reasons that triangle ABC main one, similar to triangle ADE. So we need to prove the similarity here. I'll show you how to do. Must remember we only need to prove two angles and then we can prove these triangles are similar. So the angle A is going to be a common angle because the both triangles sharing this angle. So we need one more angle and then our problem is solved. So you can choose anyone. So if I see, look here, so the first is ABC. A go with A, B go with D. But remember, they say these two triangles are similar. So the angle A is gonna be with angle A, so it's common angle, that is done. Angle B is with must be equal to angle D. So the angle B must be equal to angle D2. Because ADE, this is the angle of this triangle, ABC, this is the angle of main triangle. So making F here, you can see, so angle B is going to be equal to angle D2, making F here. So even transversal line you can extend if you don't understand. So angle B is going to be equal to angle D2, corresponding angles, they are equal, and we prove these two angles, and then the last angle going to be the third angle of triangle. Also you can see is a corresponding angle on this way, because angle C is going to be equal to angle E2. This is a transversal line, this time we're using AC, but we're gonna say we're not gonna give the reason, we say third angle of triangle. Even you know the reason, don't give, because we only need to prove two angle for similarity. So when in triangle ABC, ABC, and we go triangle ADE, which he give it to you already. ADE, we need to prove they are similar, so we need to do two angle. We need to prove the third is gonna be a third angle of triangle. So the first, I can say angle A is gonna be equal to angle A. Why? Is a common. So the common angle, that's a common. So first angle we prove. So we need one more. So this angle we prove finish, the one more. So that's gonna be uh, a angle B C is equal to angle D 2. I already explained to you now. Corresponding angle because D E B B C D E parallel to B C. D E parallel to B C. This is my second angle I prove. DE parallel to BC. And the last one is now uh, this one, even like I said, you don't need to write. So ACB, this angle is going to be equal to angle E2, third angle of triangle. So A angle C, B is equal to angle E2. You can give the two reasons, sum of angles in triangle, or you can say third angle of triangle. This is my third angle. Therefore, now just like this, you can use the sequence. You follow this order: A, B, C, similar to A, D, E. Triangle A, B, C, similar to triangle A, D, E. The reason is angle, angle, angle. This is the reason. So we prove these three angles. That's why we say that these triangles are similar. The reason is angle, angle, angle. So this is the last question. In the diagram below, P and T are points on the circle with center M. So P and T, they are the point on the circumference, and the M is the center of the circle. N is the midpoint of the chord PT. This PT is the chord. This N is the midpoint of this chord. PM and MT are both radii of the circle. So the PM and the TM, they are radius. And now the question says, if triangle PNM, this triangle, this side, is congruent to triangle TNM, this side triangle. So we got two triangles. So this is the first one, and then this is the first one, PNM. This is a PNM, and then he said congruent to TNM. This is a TNM. Now, so the PNM congruent to TNM. So these both triangles are congruent. The question says calculate with reason the size of angle N1. So we need to find this size. So we need to find this angle. N1 we need to find. So now we gonna use don't worry about the circle. So we still can use the straight line geometry to solve this question. So look at these this PT is a straight line, and the angle N1 plus angle N2, we're gonna say angle on straight line is equal to 180 degree. And I'm gonna write this one. So the angle N2 plus angle N1 is equal to 180 degree. This is a question 4.3. Angles on straight line. Now, so, but must remember, there we need to think out of the box. So angle N1 plus N2 is equal to 180 degree. So angle N1 plus angle N2 is equal to 180 degree angles on straight line. But must remember, these both triangles are congruent, so they side and their angle, they are equal. So the angle N2 is going to be equal to angle N1. Why? Because the triangles are congruent. Angle N2 is going to be equal to angle N1. Why? Because congruent triangles. Let's give the reason. Now, so which means we can say now, so we got which means we got angle N1 plus N2 is also equal to N1. So this is also actually N1. So you got 2 N1 now. This N1 plus this N1. So you got 2 N1 because angle N2 also equal to N1. So we got 2 N1 now. So we say, therefore 2 angle N1 is equal to 180 degree. Right? So now we're going to solve for angle N1. That's easy. Both sides you divide by 2. The answer gonna be 90 degree. 90 degree. This is my final answer. Angle N1 is equal to 90 degree. Must remember, because this angle N2 is also equal to angle N1 because the triangles are congruent. So you're sitting with 2 N1 now. N1 because N2 is also N1. N1 plus this N1, 2 N1. So it's equal to 180 degree, and you isolate the N1, both sides you divide by 2, the answer is 90 degree. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. So I completed the memo of common paper mathematics, September 2025. Have a nice day.